halftime from Miami. It's game 6. The Heat with a chance to move on. The Pistons trying to hold off elimination. Right now it's the Heat with an 11-point lead. Hi, everyone. With UB Brown, Mike Breen on hand. UB, our city storyline started off with Dwayne Wade feeling sick.
But still has 5 assists. You can see it early. The ball is bouncing out on him. He's 1 for 6 from the floor, but he does have 5 assists and then the 3 turnovers. You can see the young man's exhausted. He played 20 minutes. But the guy who has picked it up is the Shaq man, and he is off running like a runaway train. 19 points, 9 rebounds, 3 block shots. He's covering in the paint. So you know that he's having a great game. But look to the right. The rest of the team with the 24 points, 9 for 18 shooting. Jason Williams, 5 for 5 for 10. But then Posey came in with 7 rebounds and Haslam with 6. So, Mike, it's a total team effort here in this first half.
Meanwhile, as we start the third quarter, Dwayne Wade has not come out of the Miami locker room. Chandon Anderson is starting the third quarter. You could see he wasn't himself just by the look of him, let alone the play. We'll get a report as soon as possible. Rasheed Wallace backs up and hits the side of the backboard, but gets his own rebound.
He had plenty of time.
Prince wide open. And that's a three-pointer. And Riley's very upset with that sequence.
Well, they came out in a zone, in a 2-3 zone. They trapped at half court. And then once when the cutter went through, then they became a little discombobulated.
And they got a good open look as O'Neal just powering to the basket. He's got 21.
Well, Jason Williams is having a field day off the dribble. He's getting by his man, and he's getting either to the rim or making things happen.
Phillips, tough shot. O'Neal the rebound. Phillips slow to get up.
Somebody's open.
Haslam alley-oop, but O'Neal couldn't get it that time.
Well, you run it back here.
Again, we've talked about this a lot, the Miami Heat's defense never got the recognition during the season, and rightfully so. They weren't what you would call a strong defensive team. They're playing some terrific defense in this series.
Well, they've done a great job in this series, Mike. And you have to give them credit for the low shooting percentage of the Pistons. And we know right now tonight, how about this at halftime? Billups, Rasheed Wallace, and Hamilton and Prince are 9 for 27. Their 4 best guys are only shooting 33%, so where are you going?
Almost impossible to win that way as Wallace hits another free throw, but more importantly for Miami, Shaquille O'Neal has just picked up his 3rd foul, and with Wade back in the locker room, Wallace, meanwhile, 3 for 3 from the line as we go to Jim Gray.
Mike, I spoke to Flip Saunders at the halftime. He said it was probably our worst half, certainly of the playoffs, maybe of the entire season. He said shooting has been our Achilles heel. He said we're just not making any shots. I don't have any explanation. We're putting way too much pressure on ourselves offensively. He says, I don't know what the heck we can do. I told him we're lucky to only be down by 11 points. He said, I don't know what to say or what I can do at this point. We've got to make some shots. Mike?
Meanwhile, Shaquille O'Neal worked very hard to make this shot.
The big fella's working. Now, we said, yeah, he's got 19 points and 9 boards. That is his 3rd offensive rebound, giving him 10 rebounds for the game. So he has been a bear on the offensive glass.
Again, putting up the big scoring numbers in the early going. And his shooting percentage, we talk so much about Wade and his shooting percentage in the series. O'Neal has been superb.
Well, you know, we take him for granted. The last couple of years, he's back leading the league in field goal percentage at 60% or better.
9th time he's done that, which ties Wilt Chamberlain for the all-time record. Prince has been quiet, kicks it out. Hamilton, as the shot clock expires, did not get it off in time. 24-second violation.
Yeah, that's been the game tonight, Mike. The ball is staying too much dribbling on the other side. So when you verse it to this side of the floor, Hamilton gets it, but the shot clock is in within 3, so he has no place to go.
That was pretty close, though. Williams, he continues his hot shooting. He's 6 for 6. And the Pistons will call timeout as the Heat have equaled their largest lead of the game. Jason Williams having his best game of the series.
Well, he's on fire. He's getting out, doing a good job. He's got the feel, and everything is in the mid-range game or off the dribble for the easy layups.
12 big points for their starting point guard. And the Heat
ESPN's presentation of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. Brought to you by Chevrolet, America's brand. Chevy, an American revolution. And Tomb Raider Legend, in stores now.
South Beach in Miami. Meanwhile, our Coors Light freeze cam about the big fella, Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, he's off and running with monster numbers here. Now, here's the screen right there, and as the defender goes over the top, Jason Williams will take it into the paint, which you always do. Now, watch Shaq go to the top of the screen and look for the pass. Now, right there, that's one of his 23 points. And during this period, he also has 11 rebounds and 3 blocks.
Meanwhile, this is a live shot of Dwayne Wade as he's coming back to the floor. He did not come out at halftime, did not start the third quarter. In that first half, Wade played 20 minutes suffering from the flu. If you're just tuning in, he was in the hospital last night with an IV. He was throwing up and had a pretty bad case, you should say, of the flu. And you could see how it affected him in the first half, looking for something to drink there.
Well, Mike, it was interesting because he played 20 minutes. And he just stayed within the flow of the game. Sure, he struggled 1 for 6 and with the 3 turnovers, but he made his presence with the 5 assists and making them double team him and cutting off lanes to open up the game for the rest of the teammates.
Meanwhile, a defensive 3 seconds called against Miami, so that was a technical foul, and Wade is going to return as we send it over to Lisa.
Well, Mike, as you just saw, Dwayne Wade just came out of the locker room from halftime. We're told that he just needed to have his fluids replenished, had a little bit of IV treatment, drank a lot of Gatorade, back out on the floor to see what he can do. Mike?
All right, Lisa. Shot clock down to 7. Rasheed Wallace in and out, and O'Neal with his 12th rebound. With Wade subpar, Shaquille O'Neal is having a brilliant game. Williams got a little too fancy.
Yeah, they didn't need that. 3 on 2. You got to get a layup here.
Oh, nice adjustment, but he can't finish.
Well, that's because he elevated too early. One more dribble and he had a dunk or a layup.
And Walker says, let's set it up. Haslam open. O'Neal keeping it alive, but Prince takes it away. Pistons try to push.
Yeah, they have a 4 on 3.
Hamilton inside. Tried to bank it in. Hamilton again felt he was fouled, and he's slow getting up.
Well, look out. Look out here.
Wade perhaps getting away with an extra step. Here comes Billups. Hamilton blocked, but a goaltend. And the two collide. They'll help each other out.
You know, we just keep saying this, and it sounds so corny. They're only down 10, all right? And we still have, 8:26 to go in this quarter. So there's plenty of time for them. The main thing is that they just got to get some good looks at the hoop and then force the action on the break because Miami is allowing you to hang around.
O'Neal fouled. Smart foul from Rasheed Wallace. I don't think it sounds corny to the Pistons. They like the way that sounds.
Now keep an eye here. Now this is a kick out. They have an advantage. And look at Wade. He's not giving up. Now you say to yourself, well, that's what he's supposed to do. That's right. Because he's one of these players that is an exceptional player, and he gives it all the entire time he's out there. We are now making him bigger than life because of what he's doing. Before we got ill here, scoring over 30 points with the high shooting percentage, but his defense, he does a great job defensively and rebounding for this team.
Pat Riley has always told him as O'Neal knocks down a pair of free throws, he's told Wade, you can be a shutdown defender. You've got that ability. We've seen it at times. Lead back up to 12 for the Heat. Phillips for 3. Prince. Hamilton will try a three-point. Boy, Hamilton's shot is just so off right now. Gets inside. Nice move.
It's all right. A good scorer like Rip. He never stops moving. Yeah, he's struggling a little bit with the shot. But the main thing is he ran that ball down after they had 2 other open shots.
Hamilton, 16 points, but just 4 of 13, actually 5 of 14 from the field. O'Neal. Haslam tied up. Trying to lob it in, really put it in. Bad pass. 5 turnovers for Detroit.
So many times tonight, the Pistons have had opportunities with guys in the painted area, and the pass has been too hard or too high to catch.
O'Neal has come out strong right from the start. And good defense from Wallace. Tried to pull the chair out from under him first. O'Neal not happy.
No, that was a good defensive job. And in fact, the fact that Shaq spun quickly as soon as he made the catch, he was going to that baseline.
So Tony Delk come in. Delk, one of the reserves for Detroit that doesn't get a lot of minutes or hasn't in the postseason. As Hamilton's going to get a rest, but Delk can shoot the three. He's also a good, solid defender. Perhaps give it a little spark right now.
Well, he's going to come in shooting. Anytime that he's up, he's going to get it up there. He's a proven shooter, especially he did play playoff games, and at any time, score the ball.
Prince telling Rasheed Wallace to post up. Good entry pass. Well, Wallace can't hit. He's now 2 for 9 from the field. Haslem, good open look. Back to 12.
Jason Williams continues to push the basketball. By pushing the basketball, they're getting wide open 17 to 20-foot jump shots on the baseline in that corner or the mid-range game.
Phillips gets inside. There's Delk. That's why he's in there. Knocks it down
Right.
to 2.
Oh, he's not going to hesitate. He's a scorer. He's got that mentality. He's done it throughout his career.
Delk, who signed with the team only back in March.
All the Pistons need is a little spurt here, but they've got to get some stops. You need some stops.
Haslem, Walker for 3. And Prince the board. Haslem trying to knock it away. Prince holds him off nicely. Phillips, wide open 3. Won't go down.
See, when you push the ball, the Heat they are not what you would refer to as a great transition defensive team. Keep pushing, and good things are going to happen. You're going to get open shots like that.
Wade. It's only his second field goal, but it gives the Heat a 12-point lead.
Yeah, but you can see he's very, very tired.
And again, the beauty of UB is he's not forcing anything. Phillips gets inside and misses the layup.
He thought Shaq was going to come for the block, and I think maybe he lost his concentration by peeking over to see if Shaq was going for the block.
Phillips just 2 for 11 from the field. Wade on the drive. Jason Williams stays perfect. 7 for 7 from the field, and the largest lead of the game for the Heat. Timeout, Detroit. A standing ovation here in Miami.
The toughest part of this, Mike, by the Pistons is they had open shots, and at the other end of the floor, bang, Wade knocks one down. Then they come down, they get another open shot. What happens? They kick it down. Jason Williams makes that medium jump shot.
Miami Heat trying to make franchise history tonight. Right now, they're up by 14. Wade has struggled, but it hasn't affected the team.
No, look, he's not scoring the basketball, but he's making other things happen, because when he has the ball, they must cut off the lanes using 2 defenders. Now look at this stat. The Pistons are 30%, 15 for 50. Now in this half, they are getting wide open looks at the basket, and they cannot make the perimeter Jays, and then in the paint, they're getting great looks, and then this guy is a monster. The 25 points, the 15 boards, the 3 block shots, and the fact that he's 11 for 13 from the field, he's maximizing every time that he catches the basketball.
Turning back the clock tonight, but he's had some help. Jason Williams having his best game by far of the series. And the lead is 14. Now, UB as a coach, the Pistons, as you said, they're getting open looks. Is there anything you can do as a coach?
No. One thing is you must be positive the entire time that you're in your huddle. You're saying, look, we're getting great looks at the basket. We have a quarter and 4.5 minutes to go. 16 minutes. Everything is. We'll get it down to 8. All we wanted to do is to get down to 8 with about 6 minutes to go. Give ourselves a chance to win here. The big thing is don't get discouraged. You can only get discouraged if you're not getting good shots. They're getting good shots.
Well, this is a team that has never been discouraged over the past several years, always fighting back. Ball knocked away by Delk. Shot clock down to 8. O'Neal. Walker on the drive. Alley-oop. The whistle away from the play. Going to go against Tony Delk. For the Pistons, that's their third team foul.
Now, Mike, 3 times they've had it down to 10, once under 10. And then what happens is, boom, a couple things. Now, you can see that was easy. That happened right in front of the referee, Steve Gabby, on the baseline. That was easy to call.
Wade sets up a play. Delk guarding him. Walker not settling for the 3.
Nice pass.
And a 3-second violation call.
Walker in this series has made some great passes. He's getting into the paint, and then he's understanding not to force the shot. He has created for other people, especially in the mid-range baseline shot. Prince. You got to get the movement. They got to get back into the movement that they had in games 2 and in games 5.
Prince blocked by Haslam. Ben Wallace right there, but he can't put it in. Rebound Ben Wallace again.
Oh, that's got to be automatic. Nice pass.
Tony Delk, ball fake, knocked away by Walker, and it's still Piston ball. 17 on the shot clock. Piston bench yelling they wanted a foul. Way off. Phillips. And a foul on O'Neal. That's number 4.
Actually, that's good basketball. Split the trap every time you see Shaq. Do not allow Shaq to come out and discourage you from either turning the corner or splitting the trap. See right here. See, Shaq's going to step out. We'll split him. Force Shaq to bump into you or to close the lane.
Smart play from Phillips. So O'Neal will sit down. The good thing for the Miami Heat, they probably have the best backup center in the league coming in now.
Well, definitely from the defensive standpoint.
Delk. Yeah, he's fouled on the pass. Heat not in the penalty. Mourning picks up the personal. His first.
Now, right now, look at the big 3. These are the 3 guys that have to do it for you. 3 for 12, 5 for 14, 2 for 8. Struggling all the way. But I like the energy that Delk has brought to this unit. He's come in, he's looking for his shot, he's attacking the basket, and he's getting fouls on people.
Delk again on the drive. Prince with 2 on the shot clock. And Haslam the rebound.
Remember I told you, Mike, when you're getting open shots like that, that's all you can expect. You got to knock them down.
Williams knocks down a 3. 8 for 8 from the field, and it's up to 15. Jason Williams lighting it up. He had been really struggling from the field in this series, especially from three-point range.
That's right. But see, when you're in a field, you got the feel all the way. You know that he's going to shoot it in the open floor.
After the play, then there was a foul on Mourning, his second.
Right now, they're in a 2-3 zone, buying time. This way, Wade doesn't have to run all over Jason Rip Hamilton.
Phillips to McDyess. And there's a foul. McDyess will go to the line. And McDyess holding that left wrist that just taped. Let's go to Jim Gray.
Mike, part of the problem, and it happened in the first half, as Hubie pointed out, he picked up the dribble, turnover, taking the ball down court, and then he tried to catch a pass with his right hand only. He told me before the game that he may have a torn ligament in his left hand. It's been looked at by the team doctors. He's having a whole lot of problems with that. It also is affecting his shot because he can't get his hand on the ball properly. So one of their guys who's been an offensive force, particularly in the last game, who really came through, along with Tayshaun Prince, pretty inactive and immobile, but they've got to have him out there on the court just to try and contribute, even though he's limited.
All right, Jim. There's no way he's not going to play. And Tony McDyess is one of the few big guys on this team in terms of main guys. As Delk puts up a 3, won't go. He's one of those without a ring. He takes losses as hard as any player you'll find.
That's right. Now you can see right here, he kept 2 offensive rebounds alive down there in traffic. Now you know he's hurting because he's holding his hand.
Delk. And Mourning the rebound. The Detroit Pistons are shooting 28% from the field.
They just had 3 open looks, all within 15 to 18 feet.
Wade puts it in. 17-point lead. And again, the Heat defense has been superb. Rasheed Wallace. Wild shot. Not even close. Haslam. McDyess mistimed his jump. Wade knocks it down. The lead is ballooned to 19.
What a surge. What a surge.
And this crowd on its feet. Delk. Nice move, but again won't go down, but he was fouled.
Well, he's been tireless, Mike. He's been tireless trying to get to the rim, trying to help the team. Now, this is Dwayne Wade at his best. See, he just gave you that little juke move, and Delk was forced to step back because he didn't want to drive on him. And in this one, I think he just surprised the defense by turning quickly and making the shot.
Wade now 10 points, 6 assists to lead the team, 4 rebounds. He doesn't want to come out. Pat Riley was going to put Gary Payton in for him. Wade said no, waved them off as Delk misses a free throw. And then he grabbed Payton's jersey. Payton says, all right, I'll go back sit down. The Pistons have missed their last 7 shots from the field. And here in this third quarter, they're 5 for 22. 18-point lead, final minute of the third quarter. What was a close game at halftime. The Heat starting to blow wide open.
Yeah, they're trying to go with Antoine Walker in the post. Hamilton is playing Antoine Walker, and he's trying to front him. There's a big mismatch down in here. And right away, as soon as Riley saw it, they were posting him up.
Hamilton's foul came before Wade threw up that three-pointer. First foul in the last 2 minutes, so the next one the Heat will shoot.
They're in a zone. It's like a 2-3 zone right now, the Pistons.
Wade fires away, knocks it down.
Were you going to sub for me? Were you actually really going to take me out of the game?
20-point lead, Hamilton fouled, count it, and he'll go to the line. Well, that cuts it to 18 with 23.8 remaining in the third. Williams getting a big ovation. Billups takes a seat for the Pistons. Williams 8 for 8 from the field, also 4 assists. What a terrific game he has had. Meanwhile, tomorrow on TNT, Western Conference Finals, Game 6 from Phoenix. Dallas trying to advance to their first ever NBA Finals. Coverage starts at 8 Eastern on TNT. And Sunday on ABC, a Game 7 of this series if necessary. Miami Heat trying to put this one away. And of course, next Thursday, the NBA Finals. Game 1 coverage starts at 8:30 Eastern.
Now, Pat Riley just brought in Posey. So right away, the Pistons have gone small so that they can match up here.
Final shot of the third quarter as the shot clock is turned off. Wade tied up, fires away. It's good!
That's the way to end the quarter.
Dwayne Wade with a second to go. And that will end the third quarter. Miami up by 19. And now just 12 minutes away from their first ever NBA Finals appearance. Wade with 10 points in the third quarter. The last 8 points. Battling the flu. He's had a lot of help tonight. But it helps the Heat up by 19. Asked Dwayne Wade what was his #1 memory from last year's Eastern Conference Final loss to the Detroit Pistons.
Looking up at the clock with 1:27 left in Game 7 and having a lead, and then the lead just evaporating in amount of 1 minute and 27 seconds. So that was painful memory, of course, but just knowing how close he was to get into the finals.
And he told us that one of the keys for him was looking on the faces of his teammates in the locker room, how devastated they all were. He didn't want to see those faces again this year, as he wanted to come back and beat the team that eliminated them last year. And even with the flu, he is playing a superb game.
Right, he's playing well. Shaq is on top of his game, and the supporting cast stepping up big. Now remember, we tell you, Game 3, they shot 58% and won here. Game 4, they shot 55%. Right now, Miami's shooting 58% in this game.
And the Detroit Pistons, 29%. All right, there's a whole quarter left to play. It's going to have to be some finish. But what do the Pistons need to do?
Yeah, well, the key is you got to defend. I mean, right now, you're not shooting the ball well at all. You're struggling from the field, so naturally you're saying, well, you got to put the pressure on them at the other end. Well, unfortunately for them, Miami is on a hot streak right now. They're wearing the basket out. So you've got to either get them to miss, you got to get some turnovers. But they haven't been forcing any turnovers throughout the entire game.
Heat with just 11. As Wade drives, Walker spots up for 3. Everything going in for the Miami Heat.
We always tell you, the key to this Miami team are players 3 through 8. They only use an 8-man rotation. And in this series, when 3 through 8 have produced, it has made all of the wins easy. The only 2 wins for the Pistons is when 3 through 8 struggle.
Hamilton gets one to go. And Hamilton with 21. The Pistons certainly can't trade baskets.
No, you can't do that. And, you know, the point is that in the 2 wins, the Pistons scored 92 and 91 points. They forced a ton of turnovers. They had 10 steals, and they were really in there blocking shots.
Haslam puts it in. Double figures for Haslam.
Everything's going well. When you got a lead this big, there isn't any pressure. There's good ball movement. Everyone's making the extra pass.
And a foul on the pass. Miami playing with such confidence right now. Foul goes against Haslam, number 2.
Well, they played so well in this building. Now, remember, we say in Game 3, the Pistons scored 83 points. In Game 4, they only scored 78. So, you know, give the Miami defense credit in this building. And then at the other end, when you shoot over 55% in all 3 games that you're playing, that's a pretty tough thing to overcome.
Pat Riley talked about getting home court dominance during the regular season. They were 31 and 10. They were 7 and 1 in the playoffs. Hamilton. That's a 3-pointer for Hamilton. That cuts it to 17.
Still have plenty of time. The NBA, anything can happen. Unfortunately tonight, every time the Pistons get it to 10 or 9, what happens? They get a nice flurry of open shots. They miss them, and immediately the Heat turn it into a negative at the other end.
And Wallace just grabs O'Neal. 3 fouls on Wallace. They're going to take it out of bounds before the shot.
Well, they're not going to let him dunk the ball. They'll just foul him, and even if they do get into penalty, make them make the foul shots. Now, tonight, Shaq's done a nice job. He's 3 for 5. Just wrap him up and make sure that he does not dunk the ball.
And, of course, before the shot, Wade. Payton. 4 on the shot clock. Puts it in.
Well, Payton loves that left side of the floor. He has 16 years. That he just loves to get down on that baseline. Look out. 4 on 1.
Walker back for Wade. He's fouled. Nope. They wave it off. A foul on the pass. This place ready to explode.
Everyone is up. And I mean, as soon as you saw the 4 guys get to half court, everyone was standing.
And Hamilton fouling Walker right there. That's the right call.
Yeah, that was the right call and a smart play by Rip Hamilton. Forced him to take it out.
O'Neal. Right back down low.
That's what you should do. Go right back down in.
Payton. And McDyess the rebound.
The one thing you can count on Shaq, he'll kick the ball back out. If they run and double team him like they did on both of those passes, he'll kick the ball out to the free man.
McDyess give and go Hamilton. Nice play. And a rare easy bucket for the Pistons. Pat Riley wants a timeout. Doesn't want to give the Detroit Pistons any kind of momentum. Payton trying to call a time. The officials weren't looking at him. And he finally gets a smart timeout from Pat Riley.
Absolutely. You got to get these guys, get their heads back in it. Look, they just got it down here now to 17. Let's pay attention. Run some time in our half-court offense.
Comparison, why not? Of course, he had the flu back in '97, Game 5 of the NBA Finals. It was tied at 2-game apiece. He didn't get out of bed until 3. Tip-off was at 6 in Salt Lake City. Trainers said that no way you could play. He was struggling all night until he was shooting the ball. 15 points in the fourth quarter, 38 points for the game. He played 44 minutes as the Bulls won by just 2 and took a 3-2 lead in the series. He wound up scoring 39 in Game 6. Meanwhile, Wade, bad case of the flu, was in the hospital this morning, getting IV fluids, throwing up. They weren't sure about how he was going to be able to be effective. A slow start, but has really poured it on here in the second half, the third quarter, and big shots now. And not just shooting, getting his teammates involved as well.
Absolutely, Mike. See, that's the key. Not only does he have the 14 points, but he has 8 assists and 4 rebounds, and he's given them 33 minutes.
O'Neal fouled.
By the way, that 38 on the left kind of looks big, doesn't it?
Right. Well, we always like to compare the two as we go over to Jim Gray.
Well, Mike, when Michael Jordan was going around on his farewell tour and everybody was saying goodbye to him and all of the appreciation, Pat Riley did something really, really special here. He retired the number 23, the Chicago Bulls 23, and said that no player in Miami Heat history will ever wear this number again. He wanted to be in front of everybody else, and it was a great gesture and the ultimate tribute. Mike?
And of course, Wade, such a big Michael Jordan fan, grew up in Chicago. 17-point lead for the Heat. They blew this game open in the third quarter. Hamilton hits a 3. Well, the Pistons trying to just chip away.
Plenty of time, Mike. I tell you, the pre-minute key is 6 minutes. You get it down within 7, 8 points. You get it down. You got a good shot. You got a good shot to make a run.
Hamilton now starting to hit his shots. He's got 29. Wade spinning inside, flips it up, won't go. Here comes Phillips. And the Pistons have always been such a resilient team. There's never any panic. Hamilton will try another 3, and he knew it right away. McDyess keeps it alive, but Walker comes away, and a foul on Hamilton.
Yeah, that was too bad. If you're a Piston fan right now, you thought that Prince had a good chance to get that offensive rebound, and then the ball was knocked away. Give Miami a lot of credit now. Not only are they going after the ball, but as soon as they gain possession, they are running hard.
14th foul. And here's Jason Williams, all he's done tonight as he comes back in the game. He's 8 for 8 from the field. Wade sits down. As the Heat go in tonight, he'll have plenty of time to recover from the flu and get ready for the NBA Finals, which are not until next Thursday. And a foul down low, and now they're in the penalty. So O'Neal will shoot 2, and you have to think that Flip Saunders is going to go to the hack-a-shack. He's done it before.
But that is about, time management. That's what that's all about.
O'Neal from the free throw line, 3 for 7. Meanwhile, the Finals Real Time presented by Sprite puts you so close to the Finals you can taste it. Sign up now at NBA.com/realtime to get text and photo updates from on and off the court sent to your phone during the Finals. O'Neal 1 for 2, and he's got 26 points. It's a 15-point game with 7.5 to play. Miami Heat trying to advance to their first ever NBA Finals. The Pistons trying to go to their 3rd straight and try and force a Game 7 on Sunday.
But they're scrapping, I'll tell you. Miami's done a very nice job here on this possession.
McDyess. No angle there as O'Neal's big presence changes that shot. Payton for three.
Look to the trail.
Hamilton gets inside, goes to O'Neal, tries to draw some contact. And the Miami Heat will take their time.
Yeah, the main thing, Pat Riley's talking to them right now. Slow the ball down. He just made a call. Go to the big fella and then play off of him with the cutters.
Posey for three. And Karam's out of bounds. Pistons certainly have time for one more run. Crowd chanting defense, and they should, the way the Heat have played defense. And Hamilton hits another. 31 for Hamilton, and now it's 13-point deficit.
Well, see, Mike, in the last 3 minutes, he's really come to life because he continues motion. He's running hard on the baseline. They're giving him screens. He's curling into the middle of the floor, and it's opening up.
He's got 12 points in 5.5 minutes here in this period, and a turnover.
Well, you get one right now. You put a little pressure here. Of course, Pat Riley to think of a timeout.
Hamilton blocked by O'Neal.
Great play.
His 4th rejection of the game.
Great play by Shaq.
What a performance from Shaquille O'Neal tonight.
They make that one, it would have been 11.
We're past the midway point of the 4th. Lobbed in. O'Neal.
Look out. It's only fitting. He gets the block at the other end. Reward him when he gets down and he posts himself up.
28 points for Shaquille O'Neal. Prince throws it behind Billups. Billups tried to force it. Here comes Jason Williams. And the lead balloons back to 17.
They're not going to let it happen.
The Pistons need timeout. Clips Saunders wanted it, but Prince drives in, and a blocking foul. Ball on Shaquille O'Neal. That will be number 5.
Right now they have their small unit in there beating Miami. They'll run the clock, get a little motion, run their time.
Walker looking for Wade. Wade spinning inside, comes up short. Pistons look to push. Hamilton back to Prince. Tony Delk gets inside. Nice reverse. Banks it in.
Tony's attacked the basket all night. Every time that he has had an opportunity, he's going strong to the basket.
Once again, back to 13. This is the closest they've been here in the 4th quarter.
You have to be careful, Harry.
Jason Williams again. Williams sent it up on their feet. Jason Williams finally misses.
Oh, 3-on-2 here now.
Delk gets inside. Wild shot. And Posey double figures in rebounds. Dribbles out of the pack. And the Miami Heat starting to feel what will be their first ever trip to the NBA Finals. Posey for 3. Bang! Timeout Detroit. The NBA Finals just over 3 minutes away for the Miami Heat.
Posey has just had a great playoff series.
He will get a chance on the NBA's biggest stage in his first NBA Finals. His team just meshed together at the right time, led by this new star Wade and the big old championship veteran Shaquille O'Neal, who was just Miami Heat are. Nice sportsmanship and class shown by the Detroit Pistons, congratulating the team that they eliminated last year in the conference finals. And the Heat turn the tables as we go to Lisa Salters.
Thanks, Mike. Shaquille is getting a lot of love from the the Pistons right now. Shaquille, we didn't think that the Pistons would go out quietly, but 28 points from you tonight. How are you able to be so dominant? Still getting a lot of love here, Mike. Shaquille, how are you able to be so dominant?
I was told by Pat, my father, and some other guys that I really didn't play hard enough in Game 5. I don't like to have 2 bad games in a row. And a good friend of mine, we all know who he is, he just told me to, just come out, tonight was my night, just come out and dominate, just play hard, and that's what I did.
Who was that good friend?
Hubie Brown.
All right. Dwyane Wade, sick all day today, IV before the game, during the game. How would you characterize his performance?
He's the best. He played great. He's a great player. He's back there getting the IV. He just told me to hold it down for 4 or 5 minutes till he gets some liquids in him, and he played a great game.
Welcome back to the NBA Finals. What does it mean to you to be going back?
It means pretty good. I always said I just want to, I wanted my legacy to be about championship. We're just playing well.
All right, thanks, Shaquille, and good luck. Mike, back to you.
Lisa is the new champion in the East, led by this emerging new young star. And the old championship veteran, Shaquille O'Neal, with a spectacular performance. 28 points, 16 rebounds, and 4 block shots as the Heat win the Eastern Conference Finals 4-2. Coming up shortly on SportsCenter, live coverage of the presentation of the Eastern Conference Championship Trophy.